Yeah.
Dude, someone in Valorant just fucking hacked the source codes for CS:GO so their numbers could tank and
Dude,
they could go
everyone's
up.
playing that game. I can't. I literally like. There's like 250,000 people watching Valorant right now.
Yeah. Dude,
At
it's
least I don't. That's during the day. I don't know what it is right now in prime time.
that's also what I wanted to say. Let me fucking that's also what I wanted to say is that like when you're in beta and you're releasing a game, it's almost like dude, I can explain it from like TikTok algorithm is that you want to get your content out there as as relatively fast as possible while it will still be relatable. So if you have an estimated you have 3 more years to complete the game and you can put it out on beta now and it's going to be relevant to the gaming community, then you might as well fucking do it, right?
Yeah.
So put it out on beta, make sure that it's in the eyes of the viewers, the eyes of your audience, the people you're marketing towards, and then keep working on the game.
The upkeep.
Exactly. So it's fucking smart. I don't know. I like that shit.
I don't know. I don't care for it. I mean, I think it's just because it's a fucking old man. And by the way, I just looked it up. It's 500,000 people watching it right now.
Oh, no way,
I
huh?
think it's the old man in me that's like, games need to be put out 100%.
Yeah.
No more DLC or paid DLC. Like, I can't do this anymore.
Yeah.
Because like it's gotten to the point where like it's become like before there used to be a point where every game came out 100%.
Yep.
And then you would just have patches and patch notes. You know what I mean? Like of like just minor bugs and tweaks. And it's like you've learned like it became like there's a couple games that were coming out and there was DLC, and then you would get pissed at that company for promoting paid content. It's like, no, you should have included it with the original game.
Mm-hmm.
And then now it seems like it's kind of reversed where that's the norm now.
Mm-hmm.
And then the exception to the rule is the people that put out these full value games.
It's because people fucking want money. That's literally all it is, dude. Is people
we're not in an outcry anymore.
No, because people are just, they're getting used to it, dude. All the new gamers and kids, they're growing up not knowing what full games are put out. That's why those kind of games are dying, dude. That's why like Borderlands 3 didn't do so fucking hot, because it's a full game and then you can pay little parts to be able to do more. But like those full campaign games, they're not being made as much because they're not succeeding. Everyone's just saying, oh, I want to play the new COD and buy a battle pass every fucking 3 months and spend, $60 for the game, and then every month I'm dishing out $10-15, and then look at that, I can buy fucking apparel for my character and little fucking trinkets for my guns for $1, $2, and it's a growing market,
which is much less than a full game, because this game I'm getting for free.
Exactly.
But I think what happens is there's like a spectrum, okay?
Yeah.
So there's a spectrum of games that are free with a bunch of DLC that you can buy and customize to whatever you want your game style to be and gameplay to be.
Which that's fine.
And then there's full-fledged story games like The Last of Us that totally like brings you into a thing. But all the games in the middle, like for instance, like I'm playing Doom Eternal, okay?
Yeah.
And I want to kind of transition this to asking like what games you're playing recently.
Sure.
But Doom Eternal is it's not a free game where you customize in as DLC. It's more on the story end.
Mm-hmm.
But because the story isn't as monumental as The Last of Us, it's not going to be known or popular as these big games.
Yeah.
Like it's going to do really well and it's going to be like a 8, 9 out of 10. But it's like people either want these monumental stories or these games you can jump in and just do 15-minute games. Because a lot of times the reason I play Call of Duty like Battle Royale or Fortnite Battle Royale is because I want to be in and out of a game. So that way, if dinner's going to be ready in 30 minutes, I can cram 2 games and be done.
Yeah.
While if I'm playing The Last of Us or a game similar in vein to it, I have to, or like Red Dead Redemption was one of those games I had a tough time really diving into, because you have to invest 80, 100 hours into a game.
Yeah.
And a lot of times 15 minutes isn't enough to immerse yourself.
No.
So by the time you're ready to immerse yourself, you have to pull yourself out, because it's like
a good book. You don't want to just fucking
minutes.
read for 15 minutes and put the book down. It's an adventure that you're going on.
And then try to, you spend the first 5 minutes recapping and trying to remember like what happened. So you're in it and you're like, oh yeah, that's where I left off, because it might have been a week.
Yeah.
So, and then because you're thinking, all right, the only time I'm going to be able to invest a good hour or two is at this point. And then it's like, now I have to remember what happened 2 weeks ago when I played this game or booted this game up last.
Yeah.
And then half the time you go to boot up the game 2 weeks later because that's finally that you've made the time for it. And you've got a 2-hour fucking update to do. So you end up playing the fucking other game that takes 15 minutes to play around because that game is already updated.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I figured I'd get your input and see what kind of games you're playing right now while you're stuck in quarantine.
So I was playing Phantasy Star Online, the one that just came to America, and then no one played with me, so I hopped off of that train, and then you got me a gift card.
Not no one played with you. You just play at stupid times.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. And then you got me a gift card, so I bought Borderlands 3 because you said you would play with me, but you also haven't played with me. And then I also bought Destiny because Moses said he was going to play with me.
You only downloaded it a week ago!
And then Moses said he would play Destiny if I would hop on. So I've just been playing by myself those 3 games back and forth. Dude, and I don't know, man. Here's the thing about fucking the 15-minute games and shit like that pisses me off is that I've fallen out of Battle Royale. And I had a conversation with Rob. I think I called him yesterday. We were talking about it. I said, I get so fucking pissed at those games because nothing is really rewarding. Once you play the game, at first you get this feeling of adrenaline rush and euphoria, and you're totally fucking... Mo says, you never hopped on Destiny. Yes, I did. Hopped on twice. Fuck you. But yeah, I don't know, you get a sense of like an adrenaline rush and euphoria, and then it's like, oh, nothing can top it, and I want to keep going so I can be the best at a certain game and what the fuck ever. But what pisses me off is that it's like a drug. Like, it's literally like a fucking drug, dude, because you fucking play and then you're still trying to chase that high, but you're minimally gonna get it, right? So then you're like let down back and forth. Like, I get the point that like it's like going to a grocery store. Going to a grocery store.
Dude, okay.
What?
Yeah, Moses makes such a valid point. You play at like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning when we both have jobs.
I play from like 10 at night until like 2 in the morning.
Yeah. Which is not reasonable for someone that gets up at 5, 6 o'clock in the morning.
That's true. But yeah, so fucking it's like going into
the
grocery store.
Like I was like pulled out, so I lost service for a second.
Yeah.
And my whole computer froze and told me my internet was unstable. So I just had to like reach out and be like, hey, like, are you streaming Netflix right now? Because I just got locked out for a couple minutes.
Oh, you're good.
Which is the best fucking thing about being coronavirus season.
But no, fucking to complete my thoughts, like going into a grocery store, you want a soda, right? And you might as well go get a fucking 2-liter because they're cheaper. It's going to be $1 for a fucking, I don't know what a price for a fucking 2-liter is. I don't drink soda anymore. But say it's $1. But up front, like when you're about to cash out, there's the sodas there that are $1.89 for a small one. You know what I mean? And it's just like, it's at your convenience. You're going to grab that one because it's smaller, it's easier to carry, and it's just right in front of you and you don't have to walk down.
I'm pissed that you're making a grocery store fucking metaphor for your gaming.
Dude, literally that's what it is. Like,
you want a fucking grocery store metaphor me? How about this? Sometimes you want to do a full fucking grocery of the entire store and get your breads and your milks and your desserts and your oranges.
Yeah.
But sometimes, Brandon, you only need to go get dinner for the evening. And you just need to pick up your steak tips and potatoes and leave.
But I know. But you know the logistics behind it is that you're going to be happier that you did your whole groceries, and you don't have to go out.
But maybe you're just missing a couple of items. Maybe you don't need a full groceries because you're full.
But you're at the grocery store, so you might as well.
No, because... Say I already bought $200 of groceries, and then a couple days later, you're really in the mood for something, so you just want to pop in, pop out for fucking 2-3 items.
But that's your fault for not. That's your fault.
You get what you need.
That's your fault for not getting in the first place, dude.
20 in NHL 19 because I literally just wanted to play a couple games, and now I'm satisfied.